And a very good morning. Welcome to KleverStock. My name is Wan Izul Islam and I'm here at St. Regis, Kuala Lumpur. I'll be reporting live for the Prospectus launch of EI Power Berhad. Now, as you can see, everyone's starting to file into the hall right now here at St. Regis Astor Ballroom, and they'll be coming for the Prospectus launch of EI Power Berhad. The event will begin in a few minutes time, as the MC has announced earlier, and we shall see what happens then. But before we get to the launching of this event, here's a little bit of information on what today's launch is all about. So EI Power Berhad, we also can call them EIP. They're a permanent power engineering solutions provider, officially launched or will be officially launching their prospectus later for their initial public offering or IPO on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia. Now, this Shah Alam based group, where they specialize in mission critical power solutions for data centers and semiconductor plants, and they're aiming to raise around 62.2 million ringgit to fuel their regional expansion as well as technical diversification. Now, the group has previously demonstrated explosive growth leading up to their upcoming listing, with revenue for the financial years ending December 31st, 2025 jumping 53.6% to 77.4 million ringgit. Now, the profit after tax, or PAT, saw an even more dramatic surge, rising to 112.1% to approximately 19.3 million ringgit. So very good financial performance by the company. Now, this performance is also heavily anchored by the data center sector, which contributed at least 86.3% of the group's total turnover. Now, earlier, when I did speak to Engineer Albert Chung Wang Seong, he is the Executive Director as well as the CEO of EIP, he said that our prospectus today represents the culmination of hard work and commitment by the team over the past year as they work towards becoming a public listed company. Now, he also highlighted that the proceeds will support the strategic venture into Thailand's growing data center market, as well as the establishment of a new branch in Johor to better serve that of the Southern Corridor's digital infrastructure hub. Alright, so now the group's expansion into energy efficiency systems mark a move towards sustainable infrastructure, aligning with the growing emphasis on cost optimization in hyperscale and also AI-driven data center workloads. Now, according to Engineer Albert Chung, the proceeds from the IPO will enable the company to strengthen their operational capabilities as well as support their expansion plans, while positioning the firm to capture opportunities arising from the group emphasis on cost optimization as well as sustainability. So this IPO exercise involves a public issue of 129.5 million new shares and an offer for sale of about 70 million existing shares. Now, notably, 14 million shares have been reserved for the entitled shareholders of OCK Group Berhad via a restricted offering. Now, the remaining shares are allocated to the Malaysian public, eligible directors as well as employees and selected Bumiputra investors approved by MITI. Now, upon listing, EIP will have a market capitalization of around 336 million ringgit, and based on an enlarged issued share capital of about 700 million shares, as well as the IPO price at 48 cents per share. Last but not least, we have M&A Securities. They're acting as the advisor, sponsor, underwriter, as well as the placement agent for the exercise. Applications for the public issue will open later today once the prospectus has been officially launched, and it will close on May 6, 2026 at 5 p.m. sharp, with the listing scheduled for May 21st, 2026. Now, as you can hear them MC behind me, they are about to begin the event. So stay tuned and continue watching the live stream. We'll be live streaming the entire event, the launching, the photography session, all the speeches from relevant VIPs, and we'll continue to bring you more updates and insights from today's prospectus launch of EI Power Berhad as they prepare for the ACE market debut on Bursa Malaysia. So don't go anywhere. catch the live stream now.
Well, once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the Prospectus launch of EI Power Berhad in conjunction with its upcoming listing on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, we would like to divert your attention to the main entrance as we welcome the distinguished guests for today's celebration. First and foremost, join me to welcome Yang Berbahagia Dato' Jamaluddin Nasir, Chairman of EI Power Berhad. IR Albert Chang, Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of EI Power. Ms. Sharon Mark, Executive Director and Chief Operating Officer of EI Power. Yang Berbahagia Dato' Vira Oi Chin Kun, Non-Independent, Non-Executive Director of EI Power. Yang Berbahagia Dato' Lau Hock Keong, Non-Independent, Non-Executive Director of EI Power. And here we'd like to welcome our Independent Director of EI Power, IR Lam Yok Lee, alongside Ms. Kobini and Ms. Chiu Pei Ni Chin. Good to have you here, IR Lam Yok Lee, Ms. Kobini and Ms. Chiu Pei Chin. And here we have Yang Berbahagia Dato' Bill Tan, Managing Director of M&A Equity Holdings Berhad. Mr. Gary Ting, Head of Corporate Finance of M&A Securities Sanjay Berhad. Good to have you here, distinguished guests, and here I would like to invite you to be seated. Thank you. Tentu sekali lagi di sini, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, salam sejahtera, salam bahagia. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, esteemed partners, members from the media, dear investors, and our family and friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this wonderful celebration. And thank you so much for joining us to commemorate a highly anticipated milestone for EI Power Berhad. Today's launch of the IPO prospectus officially introduces EI Power to the broader investment community, bringing the company one step closer to its upcoming listing on the ACE market of Bursa, Malaysia. Before we begin, on behalf of EI Power, we deeply appreciate you taking time out your busy schedules to celebrate this wonderful milestone with us. And a special note of gratitude also goes out to those of you who have traveled far to be here this morning. Before we begin, allow me to share to you a little bit about EI Power. Ladies and gentlemen, EI Power Berhad is a proven leader in the energy sector. Through its subsidiaries, the group provides comprehensive EPCC services for mission-critical, conventional, and renewable energy power solutions. From design and project management to the installation, testing, and maintenance of diesel generation, fuel distribution, and solar photovoltaic systems, EI Power's engineering expertise ensures uninterrupted business operations for all its clients. Headquartered in Shah Alam, the group brings approximately 16 years of solid industry experience. They serve a diverse array of built environments, from commercial, industrial, and residential properties, right up to solar farms and mission-critical facilities like data centers and semiconductor plants. With an active presence across the central, southern, eastern, and northern regions of Malaysia, EI Power has clearly demonstrated its ability to deliver excellence nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that going public is a defining moment. It reflects EI Power's steadfast commitment to growth, innovation, and progress, alongside a deep dedication to attracting the very best people, customers, and partners. Looking forward, fueled by the anticipated proceeds of this upcoming IPO exercise, EI Power is perfectly positioning themselves to elevate into its next phase of expansion. It promises to be a remarkably exciting journey ahead, and we are thrilled to share this starting line with every one of you today. Well, people say seeing is believing. So after all the words I have said earlier, I believe that with a video, we can have a better understanding. So here, folks, double your attention to the screen and let's enjoy a corporate video brought to you by EI Power Berhad.
A world powered by data, electricity is not optional, it is foundational. Every transaction, every connection, every system depends on it. Electricity sustains industries, enables digital ecosystems, and underpins modern life. At EI Power, we design and engineer the systems that keep it running reliably and continuously without compromise. Because in mission-critical environments, certainty is not optional. It is engineered. Progress is not defined by a single moment. It is built through systems that perform, endure, and deliver every day. At EI Power, we build the systems that power progress. For more than 15 years, EI Power Berhad has delivered integrated power and energy infrastructure across Malaysia. Today, we are leading the transition towards renewables, harnessing solar energy, and driving efficiency innovations that empower communities, businesses, and the nation's sustainable future. We operate across high-demand industrial and digital infrastructure environments, supporting industries that require reliable and resilient energy systems. Our capabilities span mission-critical, conventional power solutions and renewable energy solutions. From concept to commissioning, we deliver solutions built for resilience and long-term performance. Uptime defines digital value. As Malaysia advances as a regional data hub, infrastructure standards must rise accordingly. At EI Power, we engineer systems aligned with Tier 4 fault tolerance standards, independent distribution paths, no single points of failure, full redundancy across critical systems, every element designed to ensure resilience where it matters most. From enterprise environments to hyperscale facilities, EI Power enables operational continuity at scale. Infrastructure delivery demands clear accountability. EI Power operates as an integrated EPCC partner, managing the complete life cycle from design and compliance to construction and commissioning. Our unified delivery model reduces coordination risk and improves timeline control. Every project is governed by engineering standards, transparent processes, and measurable performance metrics. One accountable partner, end-to-end responsibility. As computational demand increases, energy efficiency must advance alongside. Efficiency, optimization, and renewable integration are now embedded in infrastructure planning. EI Power delivers structured energy audits, load optimization strategies, and renewable solutions that enable measurable ESG performance. Sustainability is embedded in performance. Our credentials reflect technical competence and regulatory compliance. We are certified by the Energy Commission Malaysia as Class A, hold CIDB G7 contractor status, and are a registered PV service provider under SAFE. Recognized with the Golden Bull Award 2024 for leadership excellence. Economic growth depends on stable infrastructure. Digital expansion depends on reliable power. EI Power strengthens the systems that sustain both. We engineer certainty in environments where certainty is required. EI Power Berhad, powering tomorrow.
EI Power, powering tomorrow, bringing a sustainable future for everybody. Of course, right here, ladies and gentlemen, to elaborate more on what EI Power plans to do in the near future, I would like to invite the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of EI Power Berhad, IR, Albert Chung, to join us on stage for a few words. Let's welcome.
Datuk Jamaluddin bin Nasir, Independent Non-Executive Director, Chairman of EI Power Berhad. Datuk Bill Tan, Managing Director of M&A Equity Holdings Berhad. Mr. Gary Ting, Head of Corporate Finance of M&A Securities Sdn Berhad. Fellow members of the board, Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Datuk, Datin, members of the media, esteemed guests, very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for attending this prospectus launch today. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks a defining milestone for EI Power. With the launch of our prospectus, we take a bold and deliberate step toward our listing on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia. This moment is far more than a corporate checkpoint. This is a culmination of years of tenacity, grit, and resolve, strengthened by the unwavering dedication of our EI Power team. In 2010, we formed a strong trinity, Sharon, OCK, and myself, uniting technical capabilities, marketing strength, and financial discipline. We begin with the supply of installation of diesel generators, committed to delivering reliable and robust power systems to our clients. Recognizing the emerging potential of renewable energy market, EI Power expanded into solar photovoltaic solutions, and in 2013, secured our first turnkey design and build EPCC contract, delivering one of the largest solar car park systems in Malaysia. That move into turnkey EPCC solutions elevated our capabilities and broadened our perspective on the industry's direction. As we continued working closely with clients, solving real operational challenges on the ground, we saw a deeper need emerging: the demand for fully integrated end-to-end power solutions. That realization became the catalyst for our transformation. Steadily, we strengthened our technical know-how and expanded into full turnkey engineering, procurement, construction, and commissioning solutions. Through this progression, EI Power evolved into a power engineering firm with proven expertise across mission-critical, conventional, and renewable energy solutions. Today, our work spans a wide spectrum of industries, from commercial and industrial buildings to solar farms, and increasingly, mission-critical facilities, such as data centers. We have also expanded our footprint across Malaysia, with a strong presence in the nation's key data center hotspots across the central and southern regions. What we do carries deeper meaning, because power today is no longer just a utility. It has become the foundation of operations, connectivity, and digital infrastructure, the backbone that keeps businesses running and the digital economy moving. As we look ahead, the industry landscape presents compelling opportunities for growth. The power engineering industry in Malaysia is projected to expand from 4.9 billion ringgit in 2025 to 5.6 billion ringgit in 2027, representing a compound annual growth rate of 6.9%. This momentum is fueled by the rising demand for mission-critical power infrastructure, driven especially by the rapid expansion of data centers that depend on highly reliable and uninterrupted power solutions. In parallel, Malaysia continues to attract multinational semiconductor and electronic manufacturers, further broadening the base of power-intensive facilities across the country. Against this backdrop, our IPO represents a strategic step forward. In Malaysia, we are enhancing our operational capacity to meet this growing demand, strengthening our execution capabilities, expanding our facilities, and deepening our presence in key regions such as Johor, where data center activities continues to accelerate. We also see opportunities to extend our reach into Thailand, where a booming data center market is creating strong demand for dependable power solutions. Additionally, we are moving into building energy efficiency systems, complementing our existing capabilities while aligning with the increasing emphasis on energy optimization and sustainability. Together, these initiatives are designed to strengthen our execution abilities, fulfill future project needs, and position us for sustainable long-term progress. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I would like to take a moment to express my appreciation to the team at EI Power. My deepest thanks to your commitment and belief in the group. Without your dedication and perseverance, EI Power would not be where it is today. You are the foundation of our success, and I look forward to elevating EI Power to the next level together. To our customers, suppliers, and business associates, thank you for your trust and partnership. Your confidence in our capabilities drives us to continuously raise our standards. To OCK Group Berhad, our substantial shareholder, we are grateful for your support since 2010. Your participation has played a pivotal role in shaping our development over the years. Our advisor, sponsors, underwriter, placement agent for IPO, M&A Securities, Sendirian Berhad, as well as everyone in the due diligence working team, we appreciate your contribution and commitment throughout this process. To my family, thank you for your unwavering support. And finally, to my wife, Ms. Sharon Mark, my pillar of strength and steadfast partner, who is also the Executive Director and Chief Operating Officer, thank you so much for standing alongside me every step of the way. As we move forward, we remain focused on building our capabilities and seizing opportunities ahead, because ultimately, what we do is not just about power. It is about enabling progress and paving the way for what comes next. And that is what it means to be powering tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to IR Albert Chang, our Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of EI Power Berhad. Well, Our gentleman here, Albert Chang, has shared us the mission and vision of our company and also the business strategies that we are planning to move ahead in the near future. Thank you very much, sir. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. Gary Ting, Head of Corporate Finance of M&A Securities John Bahad, to join us on stage and share us a few words. Let's welcome.
Dato' Jamaluddin bin Nasir, Independent Non-Executive Chairman of EI Power. Ira, Albert Chan and Ms. Sharon Mak, both Executive Directors of EI Power. Dato' Wira Sam, Non-Executive Director of EI Power and Group Managing Director of OCK Group Berhad. Dato' David Lau, Non-Executive Director of EI Power and Group Chief Executive Officer of OCK Group. Dato' Bill Tan, Managing Director of M&A Equity Holdings Berhad, members of the board, key senior management of EI Power Berhad, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning to all of you. It is a privilege to be here today to celebrate an exciting milestone, the prospectus launch of EI Power Berhad, as the group prepares for its listing on the AIS market of Bursa Securities. Now, building a business in a highly technical and demanding industry is no small feat, and it speaks volume about one's leadership and vision behind EI Power's journey. From its beginning in a conventional power solution, EI Power has continuously evolved, expanding into renewable energy and mission-critical power solutions. Along this journey, the group, of course, was further strengthened by the early involvement of OCK Group Berhad under the leadership of Dato' Wira Sam Wee and Dato' David Lau in their roles within OCK, who came on board as key shareholder in 2010. Now, what distinguishes EI Power is not only what it does, but how it does it. Its involvement across the entire EPCC life cycle, from designing and engineering to installation, testing, and commissioning, reflects a strong level of integration and execution capability, which is essential in delivering complex power infrastructure projects. In many ways, this reflects what EI Power stands for: built for impact, engineered for resilience. In today's environment, the importance of reliable power infrastructure cannot be overstated. With the continued growth of digital infrastructure, particularly data centers, there is an increasing need for power systems that ensure continuity of operations. Data centers have become the backbone of today's digital economy, supporting cloud computing, data storage, and communications. I mean, if we take a moment to think about it, what would happen if a data center were to go offline, even briefly, due to power interruption? Services could be disrupted, transaction may fail, access to critical data could be temporarily lost. Even everyday services we rely on, such as social media, online transaction, and cloud-based system, could be disrupted. Hence, these facilities are designed with multiple layers of redundancy to ensure a continuous and uninterrupted power supply. EI Power's work plays a significant role in supporting these sectors, where even a brief disruption can result in significant operational consequences. In such environment, reliability is not optional, but fundamental. This growing importance of data center is also clearly reflected in EI Power's business profile. Over the last few years, the group has seen significant shift towards mission-critical power solutions, with its revenue contribution increasing from approximately 21% in 2022 to 86% in 2025. These projects, largely driven by data center demand, now form the core of the group's business. At the same time, EI Power maintains a strong order book of close to 100 million ringgit, predominantly comprising mission-critical projects, which provide visibility to its growth over the next 1 to 2 years. Since its early years, EI Power has built a strong and consistent track record in delivering power solutions across a wide range of products. Over time, the group has progressively taken on larger and more complex assignments, reflecting its growing technical capabilities and execution strength. So, ladies and gentlemen, to sum it all up, EI Power is well positioned to capitalize on the growing demand for mission-critical infrastructure, particularly with the continued development of data centers in Malaysia and Thailand. Beyond its track record, the group also has a healthy pipeline of ongoing projects, which provides visibility to its near-term growth and reinforces the sustainability of its business. We believe EI Power has built a solid foundation and is well placed to continue expanding its presence and undertake projects of greater scale in the years ahead. EI Power's achievements reflect the strength of its leadership team, whose experience and clear direction have enabled the company to strengthen its capabilities and establish itself as a trusted partner in the industry. Under their leadership, EI Power has continued to raise its standards. At M&A Securities, we are pleased to have worked alongside EI Power team throughout the process. I would like to once again extend my warmest congratulations to the board management team and all those who have contributed to bringing EI Power to this stage. We wish you continued success, and we look forward to supporting the group in its next phase of growth. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Gary Ting. Please remain on stage for the next item on the agenda. We thank you for the impactful sharing. It is clear that reliable and innovative power solutions are the cornerstones of our nation's infrastructure and continued development. Thank you for perfectly illustrating how EI Power is positioned right at the heart of this growth. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here together with us, and definitely it's time for us to proceed to the pinnacles of today's celebration. Yes, this is the activation, the official launch of EI Power IPO Prospectus. Together with Mr. Gary Ting on stage, may I also invite Yang Berbahagia Dato' Jamaluddin Nasir, Chairman of EI Power. Again, we would also like to invite IR Albert Chang, Executive Officer and Chief Executive Officer of EI Power. And here we have Ms. Sharon Mark, Executive Officer and Chief Operating Officer of EI Power. Now let's welcome Yang Berbahagia Dato' Bill Tan, Managing Director of M&A Equity Holdings Berhad. Last but not least, here I have Yang Berbahagia Dato' Wira Oi Chin Kun, Non-Independent, Non-Executive Director of EI Power. Of course, right here, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite all our media photographers to take a step forward so that we can capture out this wonderful moment. And here, before we have the activations, I would like to invite the 6 of our distinguished guests to look at our official photographer. A big smile here. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and once more. All right, to the camera, please. Fantastic. Thank you. All right. Well, for the activation, here we would like to invite Ms. Sharon, Dato' Jamaluddin, and also Dato' Wira Oi to kindly use your left hand. As for the other sides, our gentlemen here would like to invite you to use your right hand for the activations. So anytime when you're ready, Here we go, yeah? Please put up the hand. And here together, ladies and gentlemen, at a count, 3, 2, 1. Take it away. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The EI Power Berhad IPO Prospectus is now officially launched. Congratulations. Of course, right here, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the energy going. A massive round of applause to commemorate this pivotal milestone. And right here to our esteemed VIPs and member of the board, we'd like you to hold the prospectus with you on your hand. And together, we look at our official photographer to capture down a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic, fabulous moment. Dato, right hand at the corner top. Thank you. All right, here to the camera, please. At the count of 3, 2, 1. And maybe we can have once more. Yes, sekali lagi tahniah diucapkan kepada EI Power Berhad kerana jayakan diri sendiri atas majlis berasmian IPO Prospectus ini. Dan bersama dengan itu, sila pandang ke arah depan untuk satu gambar lagi. Fantastic, fabulous. And one more for the video later. But hold on. Media friends, have you all got your picture? Thomas got it? Fantastic. All right, and here, gentlemen, please look to your left-hand side. Distinguished guests, look to your left. A big round of applause. 3, 2, 1. A big round of applause to them. A big round of applause to EI Power Berhad. Of course, right here, let's have a challenge to our distinguished guests on stage. I would like you to look for your name on the prospectus. Can you find it? All right, let's have a look whether you can find your name in it or not. Or maybe you can find the name of a company in it at a page. How many EI Power Berhad you can find? How many have you found? All right, well, there's no specific answer, but I believe that with this prospectus launch, it actually highlighted the amazing journey of EI Power here. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Ms. Sharon. Please remain on stage as we would like to commemorate today's celebration with another photo opportunity. At this round, I would like to call upon Yang Berbahagia Dato' Lau Hock Keong, together with IR Lam Yuk Lee, Miss Kobe Ni, and not to forget Miss Chiu Pei Chin. And together we hold the prospectus on our hand. Then one more round of photo. All right, to the camera, please. There we go. Well, it's fascinating to see the broader impact of what we are discussing today. An advanced power solutions center is vital to the nation's progress, whether it is powering data centers, semiconductor plants, or expanding our renewable energy footprint. Uninterrupted power is the engine that drives our country forward. And this is what EI Power Berhad is doing right now. And get a thumbs up to EI Power once again. Fabulous, fantastic. And here, gentlemen, ladies, please remain on stage. May I invite the due diligence working group to join us on stage for a group photo, please. DDWG, can I have you to join us on stage for a group photo? Yes, here we would like to invite the individuals who have played a pivotal role in our IPO. All right, it is a strong team we have here. Well, the ladies, can I invite you to come forward to the front? Maybe you can have a roll right here, off stage. Can I have the roll to be here off stage so that we can capture everyone together? Unbelievably, we have really outstanding and massive crowd of the DWG this round. Fantastic. All right, can I have some of you to get here on the right-hand side, please? Well, for our friends who are off stage here, maybe you can take 2 steps to the front. 2 steps to the front. Fantastic.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the official launch of the prospectus for EI Power Berhad. Definitely a monumental and also a significant milestone for the company going to the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia. All right, so as you know, now that the prospectus has officially been launched, applications for the upcoming listing are officially open, and they will end on the May 6th of May 2026 at 5 p.m. sharp, and listing is expected to be on the 21st of May 2026. So we wish all the best of luck for EI Power Berhad, a specialist solutions provider for mission critical data center and also semiconductor solutions, and with a market cap of around 336 million ringgit with 700 million shares. We hope that the upcoming listing will provide a huge benefit for the company. That's all from myself. One is Zul Islam here at St. Regis, Kuala Lumpur. We will definitely be keeping up to date with all the upcoming news and listings, especially the balloting for EI Power Berhad, as well as meet you and also have a live stream for the IPO listing at Bursa Malaysia on the 21st of May. Up until then, stay tuned to KleverStock for more information. Thank you for joining us on this live stream, and we'll see you soon in the upcoming programming. That's all from myself, Juan Izal, right here reporting live at the prospectus launch of EI Power Berhad in St. Regis, Kuala Lumpur.